Now, in this series, I love to make use of plants that I like, but there is a plant that has really been needing attention. A plant almost instantly discarded in every Plants vs. Zombies playthrough. That's right, it is indeed time for the last pea shooter you unlock in the game. The Split Pea. Split Pea is an interesting plant. The only pea shooter who can shoot both forwards and backwards. Split Pea shoots forward at the rate of a pea shooter, but also shoots backwards at the rate of a repeater. Hence the name Split Pea. For the price, this seems like a steal, but unfortunately, it's not as easy as it sounds to get the zombies behind the repeater. Keeping all of this in mind, being a multi-directional plant either means you're one of the strongest plants in the game, or that you're an absolute nightmare to use. So what is Split Pea on this scale? You might think Split Pea should be right here, but I am here to say, as a previous non-believer in the splitting of the pea, that I actually think he should go right here. Just hear me out. For the price of slightly more than a pea shooter, you get a pea shooter, a 100 sun value, a repeater, a 200 sun value, and you get all of that on one tile. If Split Pea is shooting both ways, it is technically dealing 75% of the damage as a Gatling pea for a mere 25 more sun than a normal pea shooter. Now I know what you're probably thinking of, and that is what happens 99% of the time with Split Pea. You unlock Split Pea, use it because of those stupid miner zombies. No, I mean miner zombies, and you're saddened by the low damage output. Because you use it like this. Like, at this point, you have plenty of better plans to use than the normal pea shooter. But you're forced to use this idiot because Mr. Miner Zombie doesn't realize that if he just turned around after digging, he could instantly have the brain he so desperately desires. But what I want to say is that if you harness Split Pea's powers, Split Pea's actually pretty good. Now, how do you do that? Well, I can tell you one thing. You're gonna regret asking that question. Let me first explain the simple problem that makes this so complex. We need to get the zombies behind the Split Peas. If we get the zombies behind the Split Peas here, there won't be much time to damage them. But if we put the zombies behind the Split Peas here, there won't be much Split Peas to do the damage in the first place. So is there an optimal number of Split Peas and a best garlic position? To my absolute shock when I learned this, there is. Now it's time for why you probably are going to regret asking that question. The math. Through a little bit of effort with a timer and staring at the computer screen, I was able to find out that a zombie covers 9 tiles in about 45 seconds, averaging out to be 5 seconds per tile. I was then able to figure out that Split Peas fire 40 peas backwards in around 28 seconds, which averages out to 1.4 peas per second. Making X the position of the second garlic, I was able to create this equation. I know, I'll explain it. The 5x is how many seconds the zombie will be behind the Split Peas. So with, let's say, tile 3 for the garlic, the zombies will be behind the Split Peas for 15 seconds. Now the 1.4 is how many Split Peas per second each Split Pea will shoot. And this last part is how many Split Peas there will be relative to the garlic position. With our example of x equals 3, we would have space for 6 Split Peas, but there needs to be the first garlic, so we actually can only fit 5. With all these factors, the output we get is the amount of peas shot if one zombie goes through our Split Pea contraption. Now if we place this equation onto a graph, we get the relationship I described earlier. Too many Split Peas doesn't allow for enough time to do significant damage to the zombie, and too much space doesn't allow for a lot of damage due to less Split Peas. But almost as beautiful as the sun's rise, there is a peak right here at the coordinates 4 and 112. We have our answer, the optimal setup. Now I did make a few adjustments to the pool section of the setup, mostly due to fear of not having enough sun, especially in the early game, but otherwise this is what peak performance looks like. I know you guys can probably already tell, but I love overcomplicating things. Anyways, on to the highlights. Here we go. Okay, let's see this. Oh yeah, the strat, it's gonna work.
Then you're missing that much length.
Exactly.
And he's not taking damage for half of the map.
It's like literally a math like optimization problem.
Yeah.
That was very unfortunate. Wow. This is a lot easier now. I haven't had anything to say because it's just gone so smoothly. Yeah, like this is this is a very viable strategy. This works really well. Okay, this guy just needs to not explode. That was the worst possible location. That was not the worst possible location, but that was a bad location to explode. Wow. With that, I have completed 20 of 22 plants. What difficulty would I put Split Pea at? I would give it a 5 out of 10. It still requires some brain power, and early game is not easy, especially if you're an idiot and you do it on a fog level, but it isn't a recharge waiting nightmare quite like some of the other plants. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.